Oh, hello there, Daniel here, and happy National Preparedness Month. That's right. The month of September is considered in the United States National Preparedness Month. Now, National Preparedness Month started in 2004, and the idea behind National Preparedness Month is a time when people can recognize, take action, and communities can get together, support each other, and what have you to help families and businesses prepare for emergencies and disasters. So do we need to prepare for emergencies and disasters? I don't know. You tell me. So let's see. We just had a Hurricane Irene, Imelda, or somebody just hammered into Florida yesterday or day before. The wildfires in Maui. And we can go back historically and look at every year that there's been some sort of a natural disaster. Not only are there natural disasters, there's economic disasters, there's civil unrest. There are many reasons for you to be prepared and have your family prepared to face and handle and respond to these emergencies. So the top priority is family safety. That's right, your family. Now, most of you know, my idea is I would like to see all of our children prepared from all the emergencies and disasters that are coming. And the only way that's going to happen is if the family is prepared. That's right. The family has to come together and work as a team to prepare themselves for emergencies and disasters. And keep in mind, when you're working with your family and your children, depending how big and tall they are, and they have a good cognitive ability, and you want to involve your kids into the process of getting the plan of action put together. It's very important that your family is prepared by making sure your children are prepared. Well, yeah, might be asking me, well, why is it so important to make sure my kids know what to do? Well, what if you're not home and they have to do something? Ding. Yeah, well, let's think about that for a second. A lot of people don't know the number one disaster that happens across the country every year is a house fire. That's right. The houses are burning down. Now, a lot of people just don't know that this is a big deal unless it happens to them. Then it's a real big deal because it's not on the news. We didn't hear that there's 3,000 fires in the United States today. No, it's all local news. So people aren't recognizing the fact that house fires are the number one preventable disaster that you can plan for. This is also a very good place to start the planning process. You love your children, you love your spouse, you love your pets, you got furry friends, you love them too, right? And you want to keep them safe. So start by building a house fire safety plan, how to basically evacuate the house if there's a fire, where to go, what you're supposed to do. And I bring this up because that way, if something happens when mom and dad, you are not home and the children are home, if you prepare them for it, then they'll know what to do and they'll be able to take action and they'll be safe. So that's the whole key issue behind that. There's a couple other things here. Is your communications. If you're going to be discussing this with your child, your loved ones, your significant other, your parent, your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, you need to have a clear communication plan. When I talk about a communication plan, I'm talking about being able to discuss what you're doing with everybody. And then it broadens out as to a communications plan. It's what if we're not home together at the same time? How are we going to get a hold of each other? If I can't get a hold of you or you or you, who is the out of town or the out of state contact that I might be able to get a hold of to let them know where I am and if I'm safe? That's part of your communications plan. So by putting these simple things together, you build resilience within your family. You build communications within your family, and you help your youngsters become the leaders they're supposed to be, because someday they're going to be the leaders. We're going to be gone. Yeah, mom, dad, we're going to be gone. So let's give our kids the best tools we possibly can. And let's start now, September 1st, National Preparedness Month, and getting a plan of action together that they can learn how to use to prepare themselves so they can go down the road into the future and prepare their children. So like I said, leadership, that's right. Let's turn our kids into little leaders because they're they're going to be in charge. I don't know who you are, but one of your kids is going to be probably a senator, a police officer, a librarian, a school teacher, a doctor, a nurse, a clergyman. Those are all leaders, okay? If your children are going to be parents, they're going to be leaders, all right? If you're a parent, you are a leader. So let's act like it, all right? So there's a couple of things to think about. And one of the most important things is finances. Now, Most of the time when we're talking about disaster planning, people don't think about finances. I know I didn't when I first started. That wasn't even on my thought process. But, it's part of the learning process. We learn stuff. Now, it's recognized in this country and probably many other countries around the world that finances are tough. So, financial planning is very important. If you have an emergency or disaster, if you have the money to deal with it, it'll be a lot smoother to get through it. Not only that, if you have the money, which you should have, you can put your plan together a lot easier. Now, I've built plans all across the country for people. And when we're looking at our basic 3-day plan, you want to start with a 3-day plan for a household of two. Always start with two, a husband and wife, no kids yet. This plan shouldn't cost any more than $500 to put together. That's if you buy everything in it that you need that's on the list. The odds are real good. You probably have some of that stuff already, so you don't need to buy it. That's what the list is for, to check it out. So when we're thinking about putting an emergency plan together, we also want to think about our emergency finances. Now, if we look at the long term here, ideally we would like 3 to 6 months worth of finances stashed aside in case of big economic collapses or fallout, like I lost my job. Okay. We want to make sure that we're not flipping out and going, what am I supposed to do? Because we've planned for it. We've taken care of it. Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying, but I can't afford that. I can't do that. How do you know? Have you done it before? Even if you just start putting $5 a week away, that $5 a week will suddenly become $10 a week. It'll become $20 a week, might become $100 a month. Whatever it becomes, you will be able to build your plan in a short amount of time simply because you're making it a good habit to do that. Not only that, but you'll be learning how to save money or invest money or put money in places that will benefit you down the road that has nothing to do with disaster planning. Hey, what a deal, huh? So not only is it in your home that you're the leader, but what if you have a business? Do you have a business? Should you have a disaster plan for your business? Yeah, probably. You want to go back to work? I mean, after the earthquake, the hurricane, the wildfire, the flood, the tornadoes, whatever shuts the system down, do you want to go back? You want to get back into work and start making money? Well, you need to have a plan. Okay. And I'm not going to get deep into that, but this is the month, September, National Preparedness Month. Time for you to start putting a plan together. So that's about all I'm going to talk about right now because I'll just put you to sleep here, but get involved. The local community or county office of emergency management will have all the information you need to start a plan, to put a plan together. Yes, shameless plug. Go to Amazon. You can buy my book. Where's that book? Family Urban Disaster Planning. It's a 1 hour read, 1 hour and 20 minutes. It'll tell you everything you need to do to put your basic plan together. You can put the basic plan together within a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, depending how fast you want to go with it. So ideally, you want to keep involved, learn information from your community, find out what the disasters are in your community, stay educated, continue training yourself, strengthen your finances, and you will be able to protect yourself and your loved ones. You're going to build little leaders, your children, as they grow up. They're going to take over the world from us someday. So also take advantage of the workbook here. I got a free gift here. It's called the Weather Any Storm, Your Blueprint to Financial Resilience. That's right. There's a link down here somewhere you can go to, and it's a free download. You just give me a name and an email address so I can send it to you. Doesn't cost anything. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. So until next time, this is Daniel. I want you all to please stay informed, stay safe, and happy National Preparedness Month. Let's get some cookies, dump them in milk, and prepare ourselves, our family, and our loved ones. Till next time, I'm out of here.